From issues over foreign players to foreign policy as the U.S. withdraws troops from the Middle East, a top U.S. general in Afghanistan is now stepping down, marking a symbolic end to the 20-year war. Joining us for more on this is Afghanistan war veteran and officer in the U.S. Navy Reserves and the Vice President for Research and Policy at the Charles Koch Institute, Will Ruger. Will, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
U.S. troops are leaving Afghanistan. The president says he wants all remaining U.S. troops out by August 31st. Do you think that's the right move?
Absolutely. I mean, and this is something that now two presidents in a row have said is the thing that supports American national interests. We need to remember that it was President Donald Trump who signed the historic Doha Agreement that allowed the United States to withdraw with honor from America's longest war. And I think President Biden realized that this was the right move. I mean, we had been there for nearly 2 decades. We'd accomplished what we needed to do in terms of punishing the Taliban, really decimating al-Qaeda, killing Osama bin Laden. And then when the war aims expanded and we tried to do nation building, we tried to do values and democracy promotion, that's when we got off on the wrong foot. And it's led to a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of sacrifice on the part of our soldiers and sailors, airmen, and Marines that were really unnecessary for our safety. So I think that President Biden did do the right thing here, following in the footsteps of President Trump.
President Trump, as you said, did initiate this drawdown. He spoke about that on Sunday at CPAC in Texas. Take a listen.
He's leaving behind billions and billions of dollars of equipment. I told these generals, I want every nail brought back home. I want the tanks brought back home. I want it all brought back home. And instead, the Taliban is now parading around with our weapons that Joe Biden allowed them to capture. It's a disgrace. But with all of that being said, we should get out. 21 years is enough.
What do you make of that? We've been talking about it here on the show, this sort of Irish exit from Bagram Airfield last weekend, leaving literally hundreds of military vehicles behind. They said they took the keys, but the Taliban they'll be able to hotwire all these vehicles, and now they're driving around in U.S. Humvees and armored vehicles. What do you make about sort of some of the mechanics around our actual departure?
Well, I think the unfortunate part is that the military has known for a long time, all the way back to February of last year, that the United States was withdrawing. And it doesn't seem as if a lot of people here in Washington, in the foreign policy establishment, including the Pentagon, really took our political leaders seriously. And I think that it would have been better if this had been a little bit more tidy in terms of how we approach this. But the very fact is, and I think the president alluded to that, President Trump, in his comments, which was, at the end of the day, this was still the right move. And I think for that, I think President Biden should be applauded. But again, unfortunately, I think so many people see American foreign policy as something that is immutable, something that we shouldn't change. And so when you have change makers like President Trump, they don't take him seriously. And you saw that last year with people in this town really trying to push back against the idea that this was a good move. And you're still seeing it today with people saying that this was a mistake. But I tell you, the American troops who have had to go there repeatedly on multiple deployments and not seeing the kind of success that we had hoped for. And you saw with the Afghan papers that were published by the Washington Post about how our generals, our admirals, our leaders didn't have a clue about how to achieve that strategic success. I think the victory here is for those troops who are now home safe, and their families who get to welcome them back to America so we can focus on priorities here at home. And we have many, as you know.
We certainly do. And it was certainly symbolic and nice to see the top commander in Afghanistan, General Austin Scott Miller, finally stepping down as this war sort of nears completion. Will Ruger, so nice having you on. Come back and see us soon. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.